But yeah, like that's what I was saying before. That's why we got a tattoo on our foot, Bus 5, because that bus was like me, Bruce, Minnie, Bilko, Sinclair, like just a whole big group of us mates, Fracker. Yeah, all of us, all the close mates, were all on that one bus. So we'd just freaking sit on the back, finish the show, get on the bus, drink beers, because we didn't have a show for, we might be going the next town, but just chill for a day. So we'd just get drunk on the bus and have a mad party and get to the next place. And
Rick wants to know who's got the biggest knob.
Oh, I can tell you that. It's actually the rollerblader and the scooter guy.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned.
G'day viewers. This podcast was brought to you by Koala Karma, the Chill Out Dream. On tonight's podcast, I bring you Topdog, Scott Fitzgerald, legendary freestyle motocross rider. He's been travelling the world with Nitro Circus live forever and doing local shows with Showtime FMX. He's also joined by the lovely Ricka Juliana Waters. Asked Ricka to come in. I hope she comes in a lot more, actually, to ask some, extra weird questions and stuff. Hopefully this records well, because I've got some real technical difficulties with my crap lately. But who cares, right? So, I want to thank Topdog for coming in. Funnily enough, of course, we drank an extra beer as soon as we stopped recording this, and he told us some classic stories. But anyway, I'm stoked you did, and thanks to Koala Karma, thanks to you guys. I hope you're listening on iTunes, and I hope you're subscribing, and send me a message. All right, are you there, Topdog?
Topdog.
Hey, buddy.
Scott Fitzgerald, look at you. Get right in there, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
And Ricka, Juliana, Ricka Waters.
Hello.
You're back. Remember to come in?
Coming in.
How are you, mate?
Good, thanks.
Welcome to episode 170 of this little podcast show I made for a goof about 2 years ago.
Yeah, nice. I'm excited.
Man, I've known you for maybe like 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe more?
Yeah, for the mini bike days, I think.
Mini bike days.
And Mudgee.
Yeah. I remember you first meeting it with Sawley, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into the whole bike industry, really, through him. So
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
Never had a bike beforehand, so I was a surfer before.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you
surfing.
grow up?
Like Palm Beach, pretty much.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, what do you call it? They call you Topdog. I've never known.
It's actually not really that great of a story. I wish I made one up before I come here. But, yeah, actually my young cousin had something wrong with his speech when he was little, and he just would say Toppy instead of Scotty, and then someone put a dog on the end of it, and then Gary announced it at a Krusty show, and that was it. Yeah,
just like that. I love it, mate.
Yeah,
I remember. What about you, Ricky? You got a Rick's Rocks.
Rick's Rocks.
I've actually got a funnier one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You might be too young, but you remember the days of high school when we used to get marked. We used to get marked. Like sound, high achievement, very high achievement.
Yeah.
My nickname was LA Woman. My report card was all LA.
Yeah, I had a couple of those.
Oh, yeah. Good time. So, Palm Beach Crumman High, maybe?
Yeah, I did on my high school there, yeah.
Far out. I didn't know that. I thought you were like, maybe the first time I met you was at Mudgee's place at a State of Origin night where he had a big... Did you ever go to one of those?
Yeah, at Currumbin.
Yeah. I was thinking today how okay, 10 years...
actually.
Yeah, right,
I remember that, yeah.
And that's where the name Topdog, I'm like, there's someone with a funny name, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I say that, man, is because today I was thinking, like in that room at that time, and I was just some dude that knew Mudgee. Yeah. And I got an insight into the dirt bike world. But looking back, like, that's a big... You guys all went on to some greatness. Like, to think you're in Nitro Circus and Showtime FMX shows, when like riding worldwide all the time. There's you, Sawley.
Yeah, Harry.
Harry,
young, killing it.
Harry Bink.
Yeah. Birchie. Yeah, there's like a little group of us. That
Lee Harriman.
Yeah,
is there.
Harriman.
Yeah. Even Shannon Wheels, Mudgie's son, Kaishan, he's Aussie #1 right now for flat track in 3 different
I think
classes.
it was 3 back then.
yeah. He actually learned how to ride in my front yard there.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's where else I remember.
Did you ever ride in my place?
Yeah, in that paddock at that time. Yeah.
Man, it's great to see you. So, where did you just come from?
We finished off the America tour about probably a month ago now. So I've just been doing shows locally. Just through, I do like chaos shows, just a few modern day carny shows that I'm home. But yeah, America tour was awesome.
Yeah,
so good.
What part of the States?
North America. So we did like Canada, like Winnipeg and stuff like that. I always forget where I've been, to be honest, because you go so many places, you forget where you went.
Right.
But
I remember I got Bruce Robson gave me, from Bruce.
Yeah.
Wasn't it good to have him back commentating?
Yeah.
Recently, what was that big?
Nitro World Games.
Right.
That was Harry won that best trick, so that was crazy. Yeah, he took out the best trick, but that's a sick event now. It's like taken off and gonna progress the sport.
But he gave me the insight into like the travelling circus of, I used to do World Series sprint cars, so the travelling of that, but he was like, no, it's fully catering.
Oh, yeah.
You're flying in, you've got all these like young dudes who are, half of them are partying, half of them are, but they're stars, like it's a big travelling show. And I went, catering? What?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we have, every time we get to a venue, it's all catered. We have like full chefs and everything there that cater our lunch and dinner and everything. And then if we're on a bus tour, like sometimes we have shows that are too close together. We got to travel, so it won't make it in plane. So we're on a bus that night, traveling 8 hours, and then that's all catered for. We get on, it's all restacked with beers and food, and it's crazy.
So what? I didn't even know you were great. Like to be honest, like. All you guys rode great to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm spinning out. That like a lot of these guys in the Currumbin area and Aussies, went on to be huge, big international names.
Yeah.
Harry, where's he from?
He's Canberra.
Canberra.
He's just bought a house, at Burleigh here. So
did he?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So he was in Oxenford with Birchie, and then he's just moved here. So he's come back from America. He's heading back, and then we go to South Africa in October.
Is that right? You've been there before?
No, never been.
Scares the hell out of me.
Yeah, I can't wait. I heard it's pretty gnarly at night.
Yeah, big time.
They've kicked all the white people out and put them, out of town.
Yeah, in a camping sort of refugee sort of deal.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
gnarly. But it'll be sick. I can't wait to go on one of those safaris or whatever. Yeah, it's cool.
All right. So, okay. What do you do with bikes? Like, I generally want to know. Like, I would have thought. Like in the race car industry, your car's like your guitar or something you'd never... It's completely yours, but from what I understand, when you get off a plane, you've got other bikes.
Well, we have... there's like... So now, back in the day, it was kind of hard, but now it's like... in Europe, there's a whole container full of bikes. In America, there's a whole container of bikes. So I'll go over, and it won't be my bike. It'll be like Harry's or Sheeny's or something that's there, but I'll take my suspension, my handlebars, my foot pegs, everything. Okay. So when I get over, I swap it all over to my stuff, and it feels like my bike anyway. Okay. So you can ride anyone's bike, just take his suspension because it's like weighed up for your weight and how you like it.
Wow, what kind of bikes are they?
Most of like Honda 450s, and there's still a few boys on 2 strokes.
Okay.
So yeah, either 4-stroke or 2-stroke.
Have you ever tapped out a Honda 450? Like.
No, we don't get out of second gear.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And Rick, have you seen?
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Well, what's spun me out about, and I've told this story a couple of times, when I saw Mudgie do maybe the Gold Coast show, the first time they ever had freestyle motocross, and it was Mudgie. Yeah. Right, the champion, right? Backpage Sports Bar days, Ricka. Know Backpage, right? Yeah. So I didn't know anything about it. I knew he was going to do a big jump. There's some jumps. Yeah. But this thing, the ramp went straight up in the air, and they had old mate's van truck that had the down ramp on it?
Yeah, well, that's Chaos. I think that's Chaos. It used to be a bus.
Chaos, yeah, that's it. I
Yeah,
haven't
so
heard that wrong
I've
time.
been doing shows with him lately.
Dead set, excellent.
Just little weekend shows.
Is that
That's
bus
fun,
still
though.
going?
It's changed to a truck now. He's taking it off the bus and onto a truck.
Classic. He's a rough sort of unit too.
Yeah, they're
But-
pretty sketchy.
So picture that, you know, Rick, Evel Knievel.
Well, that's not like, yeah. That's what I grew up with, Evel Knievel. So when I first saw, I actually haven't seen Nitro Circus, I'm sorry, but I saw Krusty Demons and
Very
Little
similar.
Militia.
Yeah, very similar.
And I was
Yeah.
like, holy crap, the Evel Knievel shit's evolved.
Yeah.
You know? It was like,
Yeah. Well, where did you see that? Where?
Evel Knievel.
No, the Krusty
Krusty
show.
Demons in
Brisbane
Ipswich.
Entertainment Centre, probably. Oh, and there's Ipswich, the big
Yeah.
the world jump. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. And who did that big jump? I was at Robbie Madison.
Yeah.
And you guys tore the place up.
Yeah. It was, so now it's very similar with all the motorbike stuff, but it's kind of like there's BMX, skate, and it's kind of gone from all the like rough to just like a family funny kind of deal, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
That's amazing. I didn't even realise there were so many local boys in it. I thought it was all like international people.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is a lot of Americans, but there's a lot of Australians now. Like, Aussies are taking over. Like, Aussies are, when it's a big competition, Aussies are all on the, podiums.
That's
It's
nuts.
crazy.
That's the best thing ever. And why? What do you reckon?
I'm not sure.
Do we have better skill? Because you think all the Americans with all their money, like in Speedway,
Yeah.
they just live the life. Like they've got so much money and so many compounds and so many tracks that the Yanks really slay.
Yeah, I'm not
Aussie
sure.
drivers
I'm not sure why
generally.
it's kind of weird. There's more, like, I suppose there's more Aussies coming through than there is Americans. Like, the younger generation of Aussies, there's more people are good here than, like, all the dudes that are American are all the old guys. They're still on tour. Like, they're all the older guys that have been good for ages and they're still there. There's not, like, a young, up-and-coming American. It's always, like, Aussies more so. It's weird. Not sure why, but maybe everyone kind of got out of it because there's so much stuff going on in America and Aussie. It's it's still a big thing. I'm not
Does
sure.
it feel like a, I know Bruce got tired after a while. Well, maybe he didn't get tired. He's like, I think he's back into it again.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back. Yeah,
I don't think he's back to announce. He's back to his show, kind of like creative side, which he's good at. Like he knows what's good and what's bad. So.
Excellent. But do you ever get tired of the show?
More so like after a few weeks, you just want to come home, and then you get home, and then you're like, "Fuck, I want to go back." But I mean, not really. It's fun. It's more so the travelling side of it. Like, as in, you get over, because like months at a time. So you're like over.
Living
You just
out
want
of
to
a
get home and
suitcase.
sleep in your own bed, like everyone does,
Okay.
and living out of a suitcase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
But
Do
in the
people-
same time, those weeks, like, you might have a week where you just want to come home, but then you're like with 20 of your best mates, drinking beers and riding your bike. So you think,
And is there any time to do new tricks?
not really. I mean, like, normally we have a show on a week. Like, sometimes it's like every 3 days. Sometimes, might have a show on a Saturday night, and then you don't ride till the next weekend, and you just stay in a hotel till then. Or
Right.
So it's
actually lose fitness.
yeah, you just cruise. I mean,
Wow.
you train like as gym stuff, but
What, travelling, is there?
Well, we stay at hotels sometimes,
okay,
most of
okay.
the time, so you're always at a pretty good hotel. But, so it's not like you get to learn. You only get like a bit of practice just ready for the show, so it's like normally a few jumps and stuff, so you just get done what you need to in the show, really.
Man, I remember last year seeing footage of you and Harry being, like, cut, like, full-on, jacked. You've been training with Mark Luciari, doing Muay Thai.
Still do.
Still do it?
Just came from there.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, we train. Yeah, we train a lot. We run every morning at 5:30, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes Wednesdays we train. So, he's a legend.
So, did you get into Muay Thai much?
Not really. Like, me and Solly started because we were doing his strength and conditioning, which we still do, but then we started the fight training because, I mean, it was good for fitness.
Yep.
And then, we kind of, I don't know, we were away or something, faded away a bit, but now I'd love to do it, but I've dislocated on my fist, so I can't even make a fist with one of my hands when I had a crash.
Did you? How?
Yeah. Washed out on a flip and, put my fingers out like that. Dislocated those two were like that, and then this one was back this way. So it's like, and then so now when they broke,
What do you mean washed out? What do you mean?
just my front wheel washed out. And I hit
On
the
a
ground.